In Bangladesh, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her ruling Awami League party have secured their third consecutive term with a landslide victory as per media reports. However, the official announcement of the Election Commission is yet to come. That is likely to come this afternoon. But it's been an election that has been marred by violence and intimidation. 17 people were killed in clashes even on voting day. The opposition now condemns those elections and has called for a re-poll. My colleague Monideepa Banerjee is in Dhaka and has been tracking this election very closely. She joins us live now. Monideepa, very good morning to you. You know, it was anticipated that Sheikh Hasina's party will win. However, it's been a contentious election and a victory too. While her party is showing the victory sign, the opposition says they need a re-poll. These elections have been rigged.
That's right, and it's probably sort of taking a predictable path in the way the parties, the rival parties, are reacting to an election day that, many observers, including from India, have said were peaceful. In fact, according to Mr. H.T. Imam, who is Sheikh Hasina's political advisor, the American ambassador to Bangladesh, he personally visited apparently polling stations up in Sylhet and examined the setup and is believed to have been satisfied. Besides India, there is Canada, there is OIC, there is Nepal and a few other countries that have given the election process the thumbs up. The West, is still and has been skeptical in the past, but today all the coverage is that simply Hasina has hit a landslide. In the meantime, of course, as you mentioned, 17 people have died. And Mr. H.T. Imam again yesterday strongly said that, out of the 13 toll that he had got yesterday, 11 were from Awami League. So what is the opposition complaining about? The opposition is complaining about rigging, booth capturing, vote snatching, and of course intimidation. That is sometimes very difficult to identify as intimidation. But we met voters, some of whom said that the violence and the tension was much less than they expected. It was a smooth vote in Dhaka and its neighborhood. Up in the districts there may have been some trouble, but largely, many voters said everything was fine. There were others, though, who were not so happy, and I particularly know that there was one person who came and said that by the time he went to the voting station, he was told that they had run out of ballot papers. So there are these curious share of stories that you come to hear about, but here is what Mr. H.T. Imam told me, refuting and rejecting the opposition claim for a fresh poll. And Mr. Dr. Kamal Hassan of the opposition, he too was very strong in what he had to say.
A stunning victory for the Awami League. The counting is still on, but the trends are absolutely clear. Awami League set for the third consecutive government.
The way things are going, trend is that the members of Awami League and our partners in Mahjor, they will have a very clear majority.
But the opposition, has already said they reject this result as fictitious and they have sought for a re-election, a fresh poll.
That is something that we will reject outright. This election is only part of their grand strategy, which is that they would take part in it and then will try to show fair election is possible under this government.